back to my channel. Okay, I'm gonna go right ahead on and get started, and because I don't really have anything extra to say, except this is one of the requested videos that I was asked to do when I did one of my weekly meals, and I had the chocolate cake. Several of you guys left a comment and told me to do a recipe for the do a video for the chocolate pound cake. So I didn't put it on my list when I was reading the comments. Slipped my mind, because I would have had it up by now, because that's kind of, for me, it's kind of easy to bake. So then I had a subscriber to leave me a comment the other day that really sparked my memory to do this here chocolate pound cake. So let me tell you what the ingredients is for this here chocolate pound cake, and then I'm gonna tell you something else too, guys. This cake, you can put icing or frosting on it, and the one that I had in the video, I did I had a can, I just went and bought a milk chocolate frosting and put on it, and you can do the same. But then I'm going to give you this recipe for another frosting that I used, the original frosting that I used on it. So just in case you do it one day and you don't have one of the frostings in the house, you can just easily mix you one. So what I'm gonna do with this, I'm gonna tell you the ingredients for the cake, and then I'm gonna go off and get my mixer, and come back and just show you where you basically know how to mix up the cake, because if you watched any of my other videos, it's about the same, but it's a couple of extra steps that you put in there, and I'm gonna point that out to you. So let me tell you what you're gonna need first. Let's get this over with. Okay, this is 1 cup of regular whole milk, 1 cup of whole milk, and this is 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 3 cups of plain all-purpose flour, and this excuse me, telling the faucet, excuse me. Okay, and this is 3 cups of sugar, and over there where you can see that there baking powder, that's a 1/2 teaspoon of that baking powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of that salt, and I got the vanilla flavor out there. I'm gonna put a whole tablespoon of vanilla flavor in it, and then I got a 1/2 cup of that Hershey's cocoa, that Hershey's unsweetened cocoa. Let me reach over here to make sure you see it. But you can use whatever kind of cocoa that you're accustomed to using, that you prefer, but that's just the kind, I've been using it forever. Okay, and then you're gonna have you got 2 sticks of butter, and this is a 1/2 cup of shortening, and I got 5 eggs over there. Got 5 eggs. That's everything. The 3 cups of flour, and the 3 cups of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, a 1/2 cup of cocoa, 5 large eggs, 2 sticks of margarine, and a cup of milk. Did I forget anything, Tuck? And the tablespoon of vanilla flavor. Okay, guys, let me say this here before I go off, because I'm trying to get these videos a little bit more compact than what I do, since we don't edit it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take that 1/2 cup of cocoa, and I'm going to sift it in with this here 3 cups of flour, plain flour, along with the 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder and the 1/2 teaspoon of salt. That's gonna already be did when we get back. And then I'm gonna have the eggs. I'm gonna take the sugar and the butter and the shortening, and I'm gonna already have that cream together. And I probably already have my eggs in there. I'm not sure about that, but I probably will. But that's what's gonna be did when I come back on the mixer. And then you're gonna bake this. Now this cake bakes on 325 degrees, and I normally bake it about 1 hour and 20 minutes. But you kind of test it, because chocolate bakes a little different than any than other cakes. So but remember, 325, at yeah, 325 for an hour and 20 minutes. Let me show you the and I'm going to be putting it in just a regular grease tube pan. I do grease mine with flour, but you can use any of them baking sprays that you that's your preference, that you like. You can use that, but that's what I'm gonna use it. It's a tube pan, but I always call it a pound cake pan. And well, that's what I need to tell you guys. And like, oh yeah, probably while the cake is in the oven baking, I'll probably come back in and put a little clip in with showing you how I mix the frosting up. And then I think I'm gonna go ahead on, I may show you the cake once it be baked, but I'm gonna frost the cake. I'm not gonna frost the cake on the camera, but I'll put the frosting on the cake. And then when I come back, after I get through showing y'all all of this, I'll just come back with the finished product. Okay, you guys, I'll be back at when I come back, I'll be at my mixer. Okay, guys, I'm back, and I've already got my butter, my sugar, and my shortening. It's really done cream well. I've already started adding the eggs, and I got my mixer turned down real low so I can add those in. I already added one of them in there, and just let it be just 10 seconds in between. I really don't have to let it be that long with this. There was one thing, guys, you know, I didn't say, but you know, you always have your eggs and your butter and stuff at room temperature when you're baking your cake. And then I'm gonna start this cake in a cold oven. Okay, that's my last egg. I'll turn it up a little bit and get it really incorporated. Let that be there just a second. Okay, I'm going to do a scrape down on the bowl. See what that batter looking like, you guys? I'm going to do a scrape down. And I'm going to put my vanilla in. You know, I told you I always put my vanilla in once I get this, get to this part and mixing my cake. Because once you start with that flour, you don't need to be doing a whole lot of beating. Just beat it about about 3 minutes or a little longer, and that's it. And I don't have, I hope it's a tablespoon in there. No, let me stop saying that. I hope it's more than a tablespoon. But this was all the flavor I had, so I didn't measure it out. I'm just going to pour it all in. With that chocolate, I ain't too worried about it. It'll be all right. Can't cut it on fast with this either. I'll let that mix there just a few seconds. Guys, this is my my flour and this is my flour. Hold it up. Okay. This is my flour and my cocoa and that half a teaspoon of salt and that half a teaspoon of baking powder. I'm getting ready to start putting that in, and that's when I'm going to alternately be adding the milk as I do that. I put in so much and then I put some milk and then that, and I get it all mixed up. usually when I'm doing a pound cake, I put in, the first time I put in over half, and then the next time I'll do the, I'll probably just put the rest of it in there. If you need that, you can get it back. I had to get that out. Okay. I'm going to pour some of my milk. The blade stopped in an awkward place. And I don't remember. Uh-oh. Waste my milk. Let me pour it from this side. I don't know why y'all. I know y'all.
You got it blocked.
Huh?
No, yeah, you good now.
I was saying, I don't know. I was trying to get them to see the milk. You got that thing up so high. Seems like it's making me work awkward. Start it out. But guys, you know, most of my subscribers know all you got to do is, if it's something that you didn't understand, just drop me an email. And to the new people that's visiting my channel, I hope you subscribe, and you still can do the same thing. I don't mind it. Just drop me an email anytime it's something you don't understand and you want to do one of my recipes. Just go ahead on and drop me an email. Put that up real high. You do not have to be putting in a teaspoon of flour at a time. You don't have to do that, guys. Don't try to make this cooking harder. Do what you need to do your stuff right. But I've been doing it enough years to know, and I had to learn and understand that too. You know, I would take forever to get the flour and stuff in. But now they got these nice, powerful mixers and stuff like that. You don't have to worry about that too much. Okay. Thank you. Add this other cup of milk. My granddaughter, my baby granddaughter, loves to be around when I'm baking cakes and see if I'm gonna do what I had told her. How I accidentally turned it too high, and the flour went everywhere. She wanna see that so bad. I tell you what, I like doing stuff with my grandkids. So one of these days we're gonna be baking them cakes, and I'm gonna purposely let her turn it on real fast so she could have that flour thrown everywhere. And I tell you what was so funny about it, I had got a comment from one of the subscribers. I laughed so hard. She said that she wanted to see that too. They probably, I was thinking with my granddaughter, she probably had seen it on some show with the flour and stuff going all everywhere. And she probably, because I think I seen it one time on Lucille Ball. When they said working at that bakery that time, and they turned the mixer on and flour went everywhere. And that's what my baby granddaughter wanna do. Okay guys, I done got it all mixed up and everything, and I'm gonna let it do maybe about a 30 more seconds worth of mixing, and I'm gonna put it in the I'm gonna put it in my pan and put it in the stove, and I'll show you the cake once it I'm finished baking, but I'm not gonna come back on after. Well, I'm coming on to show you guys the making the little frosting if you want to do that. But it's nothing else I can show you with this here. And I know you don't want to listen to my mixer, so I'll be back. I'll be right back when the cake is ready to frost. Okay guys, I want to show you guys the cake just came out the oven. The chocolate cakes gonna always bust up on the top most of the time. Sometime I do it, sometime I don't. But anyway, I got it cooling. I'm gonna let it cool. I just taken it out the oven. I'm gonna let it cool in this pan maybe about 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna turn it out and let it thoroughly cool, and then I'm gonna frost it. I had a change of plans with the frosting. I had my cake frosting box over, my chocolate box over there, and thought I had enough chocolate in there to make the chocolate frosting, but I didn't. So I'm gonna have to go with the kind that you see on the cake. I went to my pantry and had to get one of the I already did frosting. It's just as good, and you really, that's mainly what I use on it. But this is what kind of frosting gonna be on it, so that's the reason I didn't come back and show you the mixing of the frosting and everything. Okay, you guys, I'll be back when the cake is finished and show you the finished product and everything. All right, be right back. As to what type of chocolate pound cake do you bake? Will this be one that you can add to your recipes? All right, guys, let Garrett ease out the way, and I come over and cut these. What did I do with my sauce? Using my white sauce. No, just a second. Okay, guys, let's see. Do I have to cut as big as piece that I normally cut to try to make it, be able to get it out? Because they said the first piece is always worth. And I cannot use this set hardly without saying thank you, Miss Joanne, for my nice cakes set that you gave, Miss Cake Server. It makes things so much easier for me, and I really do use it. Okay, here we go, guys. Have to cut this bigger piece. Come on, come up in there. That was probably me, not the cake. Okay, this is a slice of it, guys. This is a delicious cake, real moist, any way you cut it. And if you try it, make sure you leave me a comment and let me know how it turned out for you guys. All right, guys, that's it. Remember to stay safe, and let's pray for ones getting back out into the workforce, or just everything on the track to getting on. And also, y'all guys, let's pray for those families that was involved in the I don't know if it was a tropical storm or hurricane winds or whatever. I see the devastation on the news where over in New Jersey and New York, trees had fallen on people, cars and houses, and the power line. And a lot of people is without the power. That's awful now with hot as it is. and even 6 people lost their lives. So let's say some prayers for them. This is praying time, you guys, and I will talk with you guys in my next video. And remember, they may love you.